Google is your only friend when you're doing programming.
Yeah, but sometimes also confusing.
Yes, but and at this point you're still in the point where you can Google things. At some point you'll get to the things where you just open the source of whatever you're trying to fix and then try to figure it out from there.
You have to click a couple of pages until you find what you should do.
Oh, come on, thank you. So this exercise, let's actually keep this thing going because we can really go into some details on why this event is smart. DOM content loaded is the one that we should look for. DOM was fully loaded and passed. So that's the whole exercise you need to do. You need to find out what is this event called and then use it. But why is this event smart? Well, we actually have to go back in the HTML to do that. Remember that we often put our scripts tags in the end because otherwise it has not loaded this thing yet. Well, that event sounds dangerously like something that has finished loading. So can we move this up here now? Well, if we just do it like this, it won't work. Because now we're just listening for the event, but we're doing a lot of stuff before that. So to fix this, we take all of this code and move it in here and run a format on things. And then it'll work. So that's what you can use that event for, so you can actually have your script tags in your header. This is less important if you're writing code yourself because you can just move the script tags to the end of the body. And some people recommend doing that because that will allow the HTML to actually be shown before the JavaScript has finished loading. But if you're writing a library or something that a third party is supposed to consume, for example, you're making some sort of library that your company can just put on their page and then they'll know who's visiting the page. Well, then you can't really trust people to always put it correctly in the end. So then you do things like this to make sure that you're correctly starting to add in event listeners, rather than depending on the other developer doing it correctly. Because as you will discover, once you get really, really good at development, no one is good at development. Everybody messes it up once in a while. So better to do this what we call program defensively. So try to be really aggressive about making sure that the thing you got is the thing you expected. That's a really good way of avoiding things going wrong, possibly correcting that, and if not, at least give the user an error they can use. If the error here was just cannot find foo of null, it's like, huh? No one is going to know what the heck that is. But if you're giving the error, hey, it didn't seem like you actually loaded the script tag in the correct place, you should probably add it to the end of the body. Well, then the developer knows what to do, you actually just help him. On this case, you can just correct it and make sure that it always works no matter where you're adding it in. Which is definitely the preferred way of doing it, even though it's a tiny bit more code. I'm not sure if we have that much time for the last exercise because we have to be out of here at 7.
A bit earlier.
Yeah, I should get out before they close on us.
Yeah. So if everybody's up for that, I think we should just call it quits now. Then you can hit your train. We don't have to stress with people coming in here.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for today.
Thank you.